So good morning and a huge thank you to everybody for the wonderful feedback, and I'm glad I'm resonating with people and they're going to keep me company crossing this bridge. Thanks again to everybody. Now this morning I want to talk about affirmations. The best way to explain affirmations is geographically and historically we're only a small step away from people who, if something bad happened, they believed they were cursed, and then more bad things would happen. And then they would go to somebody and say, I'm cursed. And then that somebody would say, oh, give me money or whatever, and I'll take the curse away. So then they would carry out the transaction or the ritual, and that person would believe the curse is gone and good things would happen. And the big word there is believe. If you believe you deserve bad things, that's what you're going to get. If you believe you deserve good things, that's what you're going to get. And that really is what affirmations are about. It's actually affirming positivity. It's a very simple little mantra. So usually you make it up yourself. You keep it nice and simple and easily to say. And you say it 3 times a day, but you can also say it if you feel yourself waning into negativity. And how affirmations work is we have our consciousness, which is the day-to-day running of our lives, thinking of things, but that really is what you see of an iceberg. There's a huge amount underneath, which is the subconscious. And there's a lot of things going on, and there's a lot of things inside there that we don't really know. Now, some of those things are very good. Subconsciously, we know not to touch a hot kettle. You know, that we've learned that behavior. Maybe by example or maybe by experience. There's some wonderful things in there, kind of a natural instinct, but there's also a few undesirable things that we've picked up along the way. And what an affirmation is, it's by affirming positivity, you are chipping away at those undesirable things in your subconscious. You're replacing it, really. Myself, I can often find myself saying things like, you're useless. Oh, you've wasted another day. Oh, no wonder, you know. And my body changes, my posture, I just cave in on myself. So I started then creating my mantra. Now, before I talk about my mantra, I want to give you a few more ideas. So in creating your affirmation, you have to remember negative words don't seem to work. Whatever way, it just doesn't go into your subconscious. And as well now, say I'm ready to go and I'm at my little rope bridge and I say, right, the first thing I have to do is going to say, I'm crossing this bridge. I'm crossing this bridge. That's okay. But you have to think back. I might have a fear with heights. So I could be saying, I'm crossing this bridge all I want. But if I haven't addressed my fear of heights issue, that's not going to happen. So you have maybe start with, heights are okay. Heights are okay. I'm okay with heights. I'm okay with heights. So then when you feel ready to go, you can say, I'm crossing the bridge. But you do have to work a little bit backwards to really get the right question, the right answer, the right wording. Now my own, as I said earlier, I found myself caving in and I'm useless. So I started then my mantra, I'm good, people like me, and I want to be successful. They were the things, my issues really, that I really came up with. But when I would say these, I would straighten up my back, shoulders back and head up and go, I'm good, people like me, and I want to be successful. I would always straighten up and then say it. In the morning, if I found myself being negative about myself, I would straighten up and say it. So then after a while, my posture, even just by straightening up, those words were somehow sinking into my subconscious, and it became very natural. But you still have to work at it. Now, another thing. We now live in a digital age. in an instant age, which is absolutely remarkable and wonderful. I can chat to somebody in Australia within seconds. I can not only hear them, but I can see them. I can send them photos and documents and they can send them back to me. Great. But this kind of work doesn't go like that. And we can be a little bit spoiled with having everything immediate. You know, I can decide to be happy, I can decide to lose weight, I can decide to become more fit, I can decide to learn a new skill. But just deciding to do it doesn't mean it's happened. So you do have to give yourself a little bit of time, and you have to give the process a little bit of patience, because you could very easily fall into the trap of, is it working, it isn't working, is it working, it isn't working. That becomes another affirmation, it isn't working. But it probably is. It's like when you set seeds on the ground. They take a while to sprout. And you might get 2 leaves and you're looking, are they going to come on? And very slowly, and you might go away for a weekend and you come back and you have a plant. And at the end of the summer, you have a huge plant. But you do have to water it, you do have to look after it, but you also have to give it time. And it's the same with these kind of processes. You have to work slowly and steadily without questioning it. And I think that makes a big difference as well. To recap, a very simple little mantra. Keep saying it. Make sure there's no negative words, and make sure it really applies to you at the moment. Keep saying it. Use a physical pose as well. Straighten up, give yourself that bit of confidence. And next week, the big one for me, procrastination. I'm going to deal with my procrastination. I hope to make 2 videos. One where, like this, I discuss procrastination, where I think it comes from and what I'm going to do with it. But I'm also going to make a practical video as well, like a diary once a day, because I have to pack up this house. I have to do it, and it has to be done very soon. So I think it's going to be a very interesting one. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I hope it's been helpful, and we'll see you next week.